soon.
We are
What's up,
live.
everybody? What is going on, everyone? We are live. Wait. I have a thing for this. This is how we start it. Ready?
All right.
Hold on. This is how we're going to start. I don't even know who's watching right now, but this is how we're going to start this from now on.
Lily,
This is
hi,
when
mom
we
and
get
dad.
better.
All the people watching today, mom and dad.
Here it is.
And ate.
Here it is. Can you hear that?
Nope.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that? You can't?
No.
How about that?
Not at all.
What now?
You
can hear that?
A
No.
little bit. Yeah, we hear.
Oh, there you go.
Go.
Today, we dive into the deepest depths and search the nook and crannies of the mysteries of the Webflow Forum. We take your fears and solve them live on this channel. Got any problems? We'll take care of them. Like Webflow or web, not like real problems. Anyways, in this episode of Forum Unsolved.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Told you, man. Keeping it
Nice.
scary.
That was
All
all
right,
improv, guys. That was all
That was
improv.
all- I did not write any of that. I did not plan any of that. That was completely improv. Let me go ahead and change
Right
my
off
lights.
the dome. Right off the dome.
It's funny on the countdown leading up to the Souls rap.
You were what?
I was freestyling, bro. I was freestyling.
What's funny is I was talking to you guys. I didn't even realize I was muted the whole time.
Oh, I was
Hey, we have a watcher. Hey, Dale.
Hey, Dale,
What's
how you
up,
doing
Dale?
today? Well, Dale, we want to introduce ourselves. My name is James Abrat. I'm head of development here at Unfinished. I'm joined with RR Abrat and Ruel Garza. And like I said at the beginning, we are going to take a look at some Webflow forums and some questions that we may want solved, okay? But I do want to let you know that we are going to struggle. This is our first time ever doing this. And we don't usually build live. Right, it's something different when the camera is on and you're building. And you
This is
don't
actually our
put
first time ever opening Webflow.
But we are going to build live, so we are going to struggle. So I do want to let you know that. Also, some of the topics we're going to go through today may not get solved. Why? Because what if we go, oh, that was wrong? So we will
We're like,
label
ooh,
them.
We
Should
actually don't know the answer. That's why
Yeah.
it's called Forum Unsolved. It's not Forum Solved.
No.
It's Forum Unsolved.
Is this gonna be
And we are
solved?
unfinished. Forum Unsolved. Forum Unfinished.
Are we gonna keep it unsolved? So that's what it is.
No, we're
But
gonna solve. We're gonna solve. We're gonna solve.
yeah. But
Believe
before
in
we
us,
go,
guys.
just to get ourselves a little loose here, we are going to take a bet. So with RR here and Ruel
Wait,
here,
what?
we are going to take a bet. That's right. We're taking a bet. Okay. We already have 6 forums set up that we plan to go through. Let's be honest. We're not gonna get through all of them. We have 6 forums, and we're gonna
And
take
we will,
a
bro.
bet.
I believe in us. I believe in us.
Well, I don't. But we have 6 forums, and we will take a bet right now on how many forums will be solved. And the winner, the other 2 have to pay for their coffee. I don't know. The
Oh,
TBD.
snap.
All right. So,
Okay.
first one first. Ruel, how many forums or do you think we'll solve today?
6. Obviously.
Wow. Ruel believes in us.
I'm gonna drag, bro. Every time.
I mean, like,
So
yeah, I only have 2 here. So I mean, it's mainly on you guys. I believe in you guys,
okay,
but
my
I know I
bad.
can do mine.
All right,
Sorry,
okay.
sir.
RR, how many do you think we get solved?
I think we'll get 3. I'll go 50%,
3?
bro. I think we get 3.
You know, I'm gonna go 4.
Ooh, Dale said bold. Ruel, that's bold of you.
Mm.
Thank you.
Ooh.
You know what?
You're not-
Because I'm going
You're
4.
not italic. You're bold.
I'm gonna go filibuster. I'm gonna go just take my time. Just give it delay, right?
Hey,
4.
James said, actually 0.
Will
Hey,
not-
no. Hey, you know what your answer is? Actually, -1. By the end of this, we'll have one more forum post that's actually from us.
There are, how do you use Webflow?
Yeah, I might have to write one to get one of these solved.
Yeah.
No, but I will say this though. Remember, I said solved. It could be that it's not just fighting against time. What if we just don't figure it out?
I think we'll solve it. And by the way, just as a quick note, We told everyone. Number one, as you can tell, we're still kind of learning this. I don't even know how many people are watching. I don't even know how to check it. Could be that no one's watching and we're all just having a conversation amongst ourselves. That's fine. After this, we're actually gonna take this video and answer and paste the link to these forum posts, and like paste the timestamp. So then we're actually going in there and helping these people resolve it. We're not just like answering it for our own benefit. Okay. So.
Imagine we just answer it and we never tell them.
We answer it, we just never tell them. Okay,
anyway,
are we gonna get
before we
this?
move forward? Yes, before
Okay.
we move forward, like just trying to loosen ourselves up. This is our first one, guys. Okay. An interesting topic before we move forward. Your title that you have, whatever title you have in whatever company, which superhero best fits your title of what you have, the title that you have, or what you do? What superhero best fits that? I have mine already. Can I get mine first?
You go first. You go first. You give us time to think. Yeah.
Mine is Spider-Man. Because I'm a web developer.
Okay. Okay. That's a cop out, bro. That's a cop out. That's literally what we all are. Okay. All right.
What? I am. I'm a web developer. Okay, fine. Iron
I'm
Man.
Spider-Man, the Miles Morales version, because I'm a cooler web developer.
Wow.
Dang.
All right, Rua's next because I
Rua.
have no idea.
But yeah, I don't have one for full stack. That's what I would say.
Full
Or just
stack.
like
So a jack of all trades. Let's think about this. We can think
yeah,
about
someone that does everything.
I know
is what I would
Rua's the
guess.
Punisher. I don't know.
Why?
What? Someone... No. Someone who does everything. So
Yeah,
like
I would call myself like I'd be like Iron Man because that guy's pretty smart. That's what I would like.
Roman said you're Madame Web.
Who said
Okay.
Roman, what's up, Roman?
We're all just. I guess we can all just be variations of like Spider-Man.
Ro will be like, oh, okay, I'll try to be humble.
So
I'm
we're
actually.
all
Roa's like,
something with web.
yeah. Remember, Roa's like, I'm gonna be humble. I'm actually Superman.
No,
I'm actually
you're
Goku.
Yeah.
Oh, Dale said underdog. I'm underdog. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. No, okay.
You can also think of like a
I
problem
think
solver.
I think you're up dog.
Yeah, Ruel, you're up.
I think I
dog.
am. Yeah, that's a. I think I will be that.
Ruel, are you up, dog?
Yeah.
No, I think we are. I think you're wrong, dog.
Come on, Ruel.
You're wrong, dog.
Is it just me or it smells like wrong dog in here?
Okay, let's get to our forums.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
Kyle, what's up, Kyle?
Yeah.
Kyle's
Here
in
we
the
go.
house. Former
All right. First off,
media Webflow. Wait, you didn't get my superhero, dude.
oh, who's your superhero?
Do I not matter? Okay.
Uh,
Underdog. I do remember Underdog because I remember real quick because Dale mentioned Underdog, and I'm here for the people. One thing to mention, Dale. So full transparency, James and I teach at a Christian school. We volunteer at a Christian school. We had a situation where someone suspicious was like looking at this is kind of weird story, but it's like looking into our school. And I'm like, hey, what's someone suspicious just like looking at our school? It's like we should call the police. And someone said, well, like you can't just like call the police to someone that's just looking at people, right? I was like, yeah, but what if they look suspicious though? Like, what if they look like the bad guy from Underdog, with the mustache? That's what, yes, the picture that I sent was the evil person from Underdog who tries to tie up person in the railroad track. Anyway, let's just move on. My super, I'll probably say Nick Fury, man. I'm Nick Fury. I like to assemble the super team.
Ooh, that's a pretty good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
Well, I'm
like to
setting
do
up
that.
here, and
Okay.
we're gonna go ahead and look at our first ever forum here. So we got Nick Fury, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. So we're
Well, I
really
thought it was
just...
Madame Web.
Oh, well, regardless, we're just obsessed with Marvel. Okay, here we go. So here we are, and let me go ahead and set up. So we did set up a Google document, okay? So we did set up a Google document that has these forums that we'd like to answer, predetermined forums, because we don't want to get stuck looking dumb here. And it's like,
Too
what?
late, bro.
No,
It's too late.
we
We
really
already
are.
looked up.
Okay. Anyways, all right. So let's do this one. So first one here, and I'm sharing my screen. All right. Am I sharing my screen?
Actually, hold up.
I don't see it.
I'm looking on YouTube, and I don't think you are. Let's check. Oh, add to stage. Wait, put it back. I'm at the stage.
Okay. Oh, okay.
People watching. I literally just downloaded StreamYard like this morning.
Here we go. All
Let's see
right.
it.
So this
Is
is
it
our
showing?
first ever forum.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay.
How come I don't
It's
see it?
pixelated image and font animation on scroll. So I actually
Wait,
did
it's not
something
showing on
like-
live. Oh, it is. Okay, never mind.
Okay. So pixelated image and font animation on scroll. Sino banana. Sino banana? Sino banana.
For the Filipinos. Sino banana?
No, Sina. It's Sino banana.
Wait,
Okay.
Sino banana?
It could be Filipino. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Filipino web devs.
The banana. Sino banana. So
It says here, hi
Sino
everyone.
means who?
Right, okay.
Okay.
Hi everyone. Hi Sina Banana. I came across the Clarida 2022 checkout site, gorgeous site by the way, and was wondering how to replicate the pixelated animation for both images and fonts on scroll. Basically, elements appear slowly in this pixelation effect until fully loaded. I've found tutorials online where images are pixelated on hover, but nothing like this. Here is the link. So let's look at that one there. Here we
Nothing
go.
like this. Haven't we done
Ooh.
something like this, James?
Well, that's why. That's why I did this.
My bad.
So, well, I gotta spoil it. Just kidding.
Oh, sorry.
So here we go. So as you can see, it's kind of like pixelated here, and that's cool. And then I think what Sina Banana is pertaining to is this part, how it's like it goes pixelated, and it goes clear, and then pixelated clear, pixelated clear. You know, these aren't getting clear, but really hover and then clear.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'll tell you this and the solve for this. So we actually did something like this. So we'll go to awesome.co. Okay, so this is one thing we did. I believe it's
We did that in SmugMug too.
Yeah. Nope, not mission. It's in values.
Oh, but it was mainly awesome. You're right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's right here. If you can see here, notice, and this is kind of like the same thought of it. It's pixelated, and as you scroll, it clears up. Now, of course, there's more where it's like certain parts are pixelated and certain parts are clear, but the idea is the same, and we're going to show you how you can do that. So Sina Banana, I will show you how to do this as well. Now, by the way, for those of you watching, if you have a better fix that's purely just in Webflow, please let us know in the comments below. But right now, this is the solution that I came with when I did this right here. Okay. So for me, it's not completely, it's not purely just Webflow. There's a little bit of manipulation when it comes to Webflow and when it comes to, like Photoshop or something. So let's go to Photoshop. So we have Photoshop here, and I already have this image here. As you can see, it's pixelated. Sorry, I have so many images of these cards because that's what I'm doing right now. All right, so this is a pixelated image of this card, right? What you would need to do in order for this to happen, we could even set it up where we have the pixelation.
Yeah, you just have to plug in your One Piece channel, huh? You got to find a way to plug it in.
One Piece? What is this doing here?
Speaking of One Piece.
Interesting. Now, this one right here, I know there's a better way to pixelate it. And I am not, okay, that's a lie. I am pretty good at Photoshop, but I don't know how to do it. What I did, because if you save this, and it's just going to be a very blurry photo. Okay, it's not going to be pixelated. We want to have that pixelation effect, so I copy and pasted the actual photo itself. Okay, and then now when we go back to the original file, if I paste it, there we go. We have our photo, and it's pixelated, and it looks cool. So nice. I'm going to go ahead and save this. So this is Photoshop. You might say, I don't know Photoshop. This isn't the forum for you. I don't know. I don't learn from us. Photoshop.
Let me refer to that in Figma as well.
Yeah. So I think you could do it at Figma. Okay. So we'll put that in the desktop so I don't forget it. And then we'll do the same effect where like half of it is pixelated. So I'll go ahead and cut this in half as well, right? Because I think Klarna had it where half of it is pixelated and half is not pixelated. So a little bit of Photoshop work here. We should should we have like music while this is going on?
Find music. Okay, I'll find music. Hold on.
No.
I found a Figma plugin. I'm gonna
No, I
put
got
this
it.
on.
Well, I found music.
What is that? What is going on? Okay.
Yeah, let's turn
There
this
we
one
go.
off.
Yeah. All right.
You don't like that one, Ron? Not a big fan of that one. This one's called "Feeding the Ducks." While you're working on that,
Okay.
how is this feeding the ducks?
I feel like feeding ducks with it. I don't know about you.
We can add our
Anyway.
own music. Should I put like some?
So, well, here we are. Okay.
You're a good father.
Okay. Here we go. So we'll go here on our section here, and I'll go ahead and set this up to 300 view height. That way we have some scrolling effect here, and we'll do a container.
Roman said, "Put some audio from our choir." Oh, Dale! But while you're doing that, Dale actually, on behalf of a ministry client, come on, Dale. We're all ministry over here too. On the Webflow Forum about 21 hours ago. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go look this up. 3-year user account subscription length. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, cool. All right,
I'm gonna send you guys a link. I'm gonna drop the link over here too.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so this one here, we're gonna go ahead and put the image of the card that's not pixelated. Okay, so in this case, and for those of you that see my desktop, I apologize. So this is the card that's not pixelated. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna put a sticky on it just so everyone could see that as you scroll, it's gonna clear up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this card on a sticky, and I'll center this for now. So we'll put it as flex, okay? And then we will make this wrapper have a sticky of, let's say, 100 px, okay? So that way when we scroll, it stays up. So if you don't know, I'm actually scrolling right now, and it's staying up there, okay? And then the card wrapper file here, the div block, we are going to put another image on top, okay? And this card wrapper, because it's sticky, it needs to be either sticky or relative in order for an absolute not to go outside, okay? So we'll put another image on top of it, and we'll name this image, let's do the left one, or no, not yet. Yeah, let's do that left one, and then we'll keep this on absolute, and we'll put it on the left. So there we go. That's the half image. And then this one, we'll do the full pixelated image here, okay? So we'll do the full pixelated image on the second one, replace, and then we'll do pixelated. Okay, there we go. So we'll name this, we'll duplicate the file, and we'll get this full pixel, and then we'll name this one half pixel, and then we'll keep his image. We'll just name it as, clear image. Okay, so now that we have our file set up here, the goal is that while it's scrolling, it's gonna clear up. Okay, so we're gonna go to interactions, and then we're gonna click this plus icon and click while scrolling in view. Okay, so we'll go there and we'll name it. We like to get organized. Pixel
Geek
to clear.
Alex,
hey, shout out Pixel Geek. All right.
He's watching in heart.
Oh, I believe it.
Or what if Vlad's watching?
Hey.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but go ahead. You know what? I'm not gonna interrupt. Go ahead.
Okay. So we'll keep this first, right? So because it's on top, it's actually okay that we usually, when you do interactions like this, you have to kind of make the back parts unclear, but because they're all the same image, you don't need to do all that work. You could just make this top one clear, opacity 100, and as you scroll, it's gonna be 0, right? So we'll go 20%, and we'll do it quickly, right? Because they did it pretty quickly. There wasn't a fade. The time I did this, there was a fade, but they didn't. So as you scroll, look at that. Look at that, huh? So wait, you
Oh,
barely
shit.
saw it. Let's go. So, oh,
Ooh, nice.
hold on. Let's fix that.
Oh, sorry.
You said who nice. Let's go.
Okay, the one bit was nice. I didn't say the whole thing was nice.
Okay. There you go. All right. So probably about 40%. So hopefully that works. Ah, you see that? So it goes clear. So it goes pixel, and then half pixel, and then we're gonna complete the whole non-pixelation there. Okay. So we go, and let's make it so that there's no fade, because I think Klarna didn't have a fade. So we'll do that, and then we'll go on 55%. Put this at percent here, and then opacity at 0. There we go. So, and then press play. Let's go from the top as you scroll, and boom! There we go.
Nice.
So go pixel, and then boom. Okay, and you kind of could do the same thing when it comes to like text and everything like that. We could actually make this less to 56%, so 41%. So here we go. So we'll start from the top, pixelated card, scroll down, and then scroll down more, and now it clears up. You could even create that into a hover animation, actually. If we want to create that into a hover animation, we could go ahead and delete this, and we'll essentially do the same thing here. We'll go to card wrapper, and then we'll click mouse hover, start animation, pixel to clear, and then we'll go.
While you're doing that, I just want to mention, Dale, we're going to actually, I love that you submitted that. We're going to go talk about that next.
Okay. So opacity goes to 0 after how many seconds? 3. Actually, we'll do it abruptly. Boom. But we'll put a delay of 0.3 seconds. And then the half pixel will go 0%. And then we'll put the opacity. We'll put the half pixel at 100%. Opacity at 0% with 0 seconds, and then we'll put a delay of 0.5. Okay, so here we go. And I'm not going to work on the delay out, but you could just hover. There we go. So as you can see, when you hover over it, and it clears up. So it changes from pixelated to a clear image. And if you just want to, and little pro tip here, you might say, how do I do the reset animation? Just click these 3 icons, click duplicate, whatever. Changes to reset.
Duplicate abroad.
Yeah. Duplicate abroad. Duplicate. What the 0.3?
Inside, his wife's name is Kate. That's why.
0.5. And we could delete these 2. So as you can see, we go hover. And then hover. Oh, wait, I didn't change this to hover out. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Delay with.
Dale said, well done, James.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well done, thou good and faithful Webflow developer. Kyle, our boy Kyle, said, well done. And and super lightweight without having to introduce third-party libraries. We're all about speed over here.
Yes. Oh, wait, I didn't put this to 0. Here we go. Have pixel. Oh, pixel. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Kyle, we forgot to tell you, this picture is actually 10 megabytes. So you might want to take back that comment. Just kidding.
Here we go. I don't know why the hover out is not working at the moment. That part's unsolved. But I don't want to waste your time.
Let's not unsolved because he didn't ask for a hover.
I know he didn't ask for hover. I'm just adding this.
Yeah,
so.
you just kept going. This is called the principle. Like after the sale, you kept going, and that's
anyways.
That
but yeah. So we were going to mark this as solved. Let's try it again. We're gonna mark this solved.
We're gonna have some graphics and stuff. This is our first time going live. We're figuring this out. What about real quick? But now I want to go into Dale's question there or forum post. Did you kind of get that, Ruel? I sent you the link there ahead of time in the private chat. If you want
yeah.
We might not. We could probably discuss it I think it'll be helpful. We just had this kind of experience with this. But first off, what about? Do you have? We don't have to like literally necessarily solve it here, but on the Klarna site, can you pull that up, James? The Klarna site that example was given.
Yeah.
What about? What do you suggest? You have that pulled up. The Klarna
I
site.
do now. Now.
I don't know why your screen on mine is laggy, but anyway, and it's not your fault.
Well, you got to put it on stage. You got to put it on stage.
Oh, at the
There
stage.
you
No, I don't know why
Okay.
on mine doesn't show on stage. I only see it on YouTube.
There we go.
So it's like,
and by the way,
on YouTube
all
it's
that
pretty-
right there too is also just this, essentially the same thing. As you can, and this is how you know this isn't actually like a text effect. This because you
Well,
can't
see that's the thing. How would we
Yeah,
do it if
this-
it were like a text effect? Like go down a bit, go down. We got the image part, and we don't have to necessarily do it. Maybe we could talk about like some ideas. If you go down a bit, scroll down. That nostalgia. You see the nostalgia part?
Yeah.
How like it goes like from like not there to all of a sudden kind of pixel. Any idea how we can do that?
It's the same thing. It's just multiple layers, to be honest with you.
Yeah, these are video elements.
Yeah, a
So
lot of
some
this
of these
is
are
also-
just
Could be like
going through
Lottie.
on scroll.
These look like Lottie components, huh?
yeah, I think they're
This one's actually okay. This one's an SVG animation, so I'd assume you would get someone who's very well versed in like animating stuff. Maybe this was made in After Effects or something.
yeah.
But yeah, these are some pretty complex animations. So to get like 80% of the effect, I think the interaction was pretty good.
Yeah, and this right here, you
Cool.
could, and this is how you know this isn't a text because you can't highlight it. Like it's not a text effect. You can't
Good
highlight
point.
it. So all the pixelated stuff like this one, it's not a text effect. You can't highlight it. So it's not like a built-in effect. It's really, I think it's a Lottie or a SVG animation. It's where it's just Lotties are SVG animations. So I think it's just a Lottie that animates on scroll. Same
That's a
thing
good
here.
point.
They're using a lot of different effects, but the one
See?
for the images, I think this is a good solution.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, for sure.
Because you could see, look, you can't highlight 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Sounds good. Are we
All
ready to move
right.
on? Next one.
Yep. Solved,
All right.
banana.
See the banana. Okay.
See the banana.
The next one. Let me share my screen.
Okay. You go. Okay.
Let me share my screen as soon as I figure out how to do that. All right. Entire screen. Boom.
We are doing a giveaway. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
Can you guys see it? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was asked by Dale. It's for his ministry client. Love
Okay.
that. Fun fact, we're all in ministry here as well. We're all like forced to be ministry. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're all in ministry here. Actually, I'm an assistant pastor. I'm a worship pastor. James is a student pastor, youth pastor. But anyway, 3-year user account subscription length. I know, Ruel, you probably have some answers to this. We may not like do a whole share screen. If you can, that'd be cool. Or if we could just kind of put some input here. My client wants to offer a 3-year subscription term for video curriculum. This sounds familiar. For something that we worked on before. But the user account / subscription documentation doesn't mention any term longer than a single year. If this is the case, does anyone know of a workaround, automatic or even perhaps admin controlled, that would enable the subscription to remain active without additional payments for years 2 and 3? Nothing has been built in Webflow yet, so there's no read-only link. Any input regarding reading my inquiry? Thank you. Now, what's cool about this is first off, this live stream is not Webflow, so we can recommend like Outseta or MemberStack or whatever. What do you guys think? Because we've used Webflow's memberships, we've used MemberStack, we've used Outseta. How do you recommend we can solve this, Ruel or James?
Well, I know most of these, like even MemberStack, I'm pretty sure doesn't give you access to billing every 3 years. I know Webflow memberships doesn't. I guess for automation, you'd probably need to set up something that will go through each of your current customers and then invoice them if their 3 years has like arrived. Like an example, because if we're asking for each user to pay every 3 years, I would just send them an invoice every 3 years. Is that what I'm saying? One way I would do that would just be using some Stripe's automations. I would do this with a backend, kind of going through each customer that you have in Stripe. But doing this with Webflow memberships, I'm not sure can be done,
Yeah,
at least automatically.
Yeah, I don't think Alceta has that too.
Yeah, you can change some.
I mean, if you built a platform straight from Stripe, where the membership is through Stripe, is that possible, Ruel? Because Stripe does allow you to do like your term of membership.
Mm-hmm.
Like it does allow you to do like every 2 years or every 3 years. But is it going to be every 3 years, or is it going to be 3 years first and then every year afterwards?
I assume every 3 years.
Every 3 years?
I guess they pay in like 3-year terms. So then the first payment would then be like a full 3 years, then after 3 years. And remember, they said it could be admin controlled. It doesn't have to be automatic.
Oh, then if it's
admin
I
think the best way to do that would just be to invoice the user manually, or like do it using Stripe, so it's easier. But I think you would need some sort of either custom solution or have to find a service that offers 3-year subscriptions. Like I would ask this in MemberStack and Alceta, all those forums, and I think those guys would be able to help. But I know Webflow isn't very adamant about their membership platform right now. And they don't really look at it too much.
Yeah, they're willing to work with you on what a good like a membership is, but if like you want to do a 3-year subscription term for video curriculum and you want to pay you want it where it really works that well, it would have to be custom. In full transparency, complete custom is a lot of money. So I just, for my way of solving is just figure out a way not to do 3 years. It's a lot. It's gonna be expensive. You're gonna do a lot of work just to make it happen, if I'm being real.
Yep.
So
I would join the MemberStack Slack. I know is very active. Like the CEO literally answers like every question there. I would join the MemberStack Slack. I'm curious to see what he would say about it, or if they even are willing to implement something like that. We're not sponsored by MemberStack, just that the guy's pretty friendly, and I know that he adds stuff sometimes if he thinks it's a good idea. I would see if they're willing to add something like a 3-year subscription. And
honestly, Dale, to answer your question, a little custom code, it's actually not a little custom code. It's like a lot if we don't implement a platform. Like if you want to, the client likes free. So if it likes free, I mean, if the client likes free, I would suggest if they were going to do 100 for 3 years, just split it up to $33 each, for a year, because it's really not.
I think a very easy system would be kind of collect your customers and bill them each. And if you see that they paid their 3-year subscription invoice, then you could give them the access group in Webflow. So you can assign access groups to each user in Webflow that gives them access to certain pages. What I would do is if I see that the customer has already paid their 3-year, I would assign them the access group. And if they haven't, or if they missed it after 3 years, then I would just remove the access group from them. It's not ideal, but if it's not having that many customers yet, I think it's a good way to get started. And then once you have tons of customers, you probably will end up paying for MemberStack anyway.
Good.
Well, I'm going to label that as solved.
Well, yeah, it's responded.
So, no,
individual passwords. You guys see that? I thought about that. 3 equal payments. They need individual passwords.
What do you mean by 3 individual, or what do you mean by individual passwords?
The user. I mean, membership. The users would have individual passwords, right?
Yeah, they would have individual passwords.
Yeah, they would have individual passwords and members. Yeah. All right. If it's not solved, maybe make a post-it note. Helped. Somewhat helped.
I would totally recommend the MemberStack Slack channel though, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing about MemberStack and Alceta, they actually do a good job responding.
So working
with them. So
Alceta's helped Somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat.
There we
is
go.
one word.
All right.
Somewhat is one
Okay,
word, bro.
is
Huh?
it my turn?
Somewhat is one word.
No, that was an accident. No, it is one word. There was just a big gap.
Somewhat.
I'm working on my kerning, my text one. Anyways,
Dale said, "Clap,
Yeah.
clap, clap." I don't know if that's like a real like applaud, like "Oh, great job," or like that slow clap. Oh, you think you solved it, huh?
all
So,
right.
we'll see.
Ruel's turn.
Ruel's turn.
This one's an interesting one. I want to know this one, so I'm excited for this one. Ruel, go ahead and share your
Let me
screen.
All right. Let
Come
me
on
pull up the
down.
post first.
Come on down. We got an
Yeah,
interesting
I'll
one.
take care of the YouTube stuff. I'll post it on YouTube.
Yeah. It's
Gotcha.
link drop down to slider. That one's interesting.
That sounds like a breakdance move.
Link drop down. Link drop down slider. I appreciate the 2 people watching. Y'all are the best.
Roman dipped out a long time ago.
My sharing my screen.
RR, did you live him?
I'm not sharing anymore.
No, he's sharing his screen. You have to put it on stage.
Oh, I keep forgetting. My bad. Okay, it should be on stage now.
There we go.
So I was doing the YouTube thing. Okay.
I have a problem. Noemi. Oh, different Noemi spelling. All right, Noemi.
Are we good?
Yeah, Noemi
Yes.
with an E.
Okay.
Hello, I have a problem. I want to link my drop down. Do you want to read it, Roll? Because I don't mind.
You already started.
Okay. I have a
How
problem.
about this? We do one word each. No, I'm just kidding.
I have a problem. I want to link my drop down to a slider. It means it's mean. It's mean.
It's mean. Oh, Noemi. Oh,
Mean. Well, we're gonna fix that for you, Noemi.
English is probably not her first language.
I know.
I'd just consider her.
When I click on one of the
right.
drop-down menus, it opens and the slider changes. Depends on which drop-down I click on. Example. So go ahead and show the example, Ruel.
Yep. So, okay, so this is the example that Noemi gave. And it's actually this section down here. I found it earlier. What she's asking is that when you click on a drop down here, it will reflect it on the slider. So if I clicked on the third drop down, it would switch to the third slide. Second drop down would be second slide. And this is pretty cool, actually, because usually you could achieve this with Webflow tabs, depending on which tab link you clicked here. But this is actually a slider component and a drop down component. So you're revealing new info, and you have this fun animation for the image here. It's pretty sweet. So this site isn't built in Webflow, so I'm going to try and build this in Webflow. What we have here, so we have 3 dropdowns essentially, and 1 slider component. The animation part, I'm not so sure of. We're going to try and do the animation part, but I know that Webflow's slider component isn't as, some of it is a little limited. But I'll just get started.
Let's
so
be real.
I have.
It's terrible. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they don't have CMS.
Vlad could be watching, James.
It's terribly awesome.
Yeah, please add CMS.
Because yesterday I posted about this, and one of the people that liked the tweet was Vlad, inventor of Webflow.
No. I'm a little British. It's terribly awesome. Terribly awesome.
All right, go ahead, Ron. Sorry.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get started building this. I'll just create. Oh, I don't have the design system.
I got you, Vlad. Right there. Much love.
Yeah,
right
I don't have our design system, so I'm just gonna make a bunch of elements myself. Not gonna look very good.
That's okay.
It's gonna look great. It's gonna look great, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna look unfinished.
True.
Got you, Vlad. This is the old school logo.
Baseline here.
So
this isn't TSP. Man, I missed the classes. So I'll add a slider here, And then I'll add a wrapper for our dropdowns.
Okay. So right now he's just setting it up to make sure. So this is really the part that's not that important, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I feel like I might next time I'll probably set up a little bit of components, but let's just build up this area real fast.
So how are you guys doing today while he's doing this?
You want to play music?
No music.
No music?
Oh, okay. Oh.
Welcome.
Oh, I thought it was a drop.
Unsolved.
Oh, not
We work through your forum posts in a smooth way.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
More specifically, ladies. By the way, Roel is single. Roel is single and ready to mingle and jingle.
This has been Coast 102.7, The Wave.
Go check out his smooth brain.
Smooth Jams with Forum Unsolved.
Okay. I was on. He said I was on another.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, hold on.
Let me go ahead. Let me find some images to add.
Kyle said he was in another time doing work, and he jumped back there just to meet the radio vocalist.
Yeah, this is.
Here we are.
Let me go find some cat pictures I can add here.
Here we are with DJ J Smooth and DAR. I was gonna say R.
Prospective clients. I promise, if you work with us, we're not like this.
I can't promise that. No, I'm just kidding.
We're kind of.
Here we go, cat.
Yeah, I'm just finding some images to add.
I love it. Fun fact.
I love it, bro.
RR's wife's name is Cat.
That's true. I don't.
No,
I don't have a different comment with that.
That's true.
I was gonna try to add a joke, but I had nothing.
Nothing for that one. You should have the third one be RR's wife, Cat with sunglasses. I'm just kidding.
You should.
All right.
Are you always send your picture of my wife with sunglasses?
No,
no thanks.
Okay. So, that offends me.
Here we go. Oh.
Okay. I think.
All right, we are ready.
Just make these. Yeah, I don't need to stop them. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got my drop downs right here. The goal is to. Oh shoot. Yeah, these drop downs have to be relative as well. Any questions so far?
Are you going to touch
on Jay, are you going to touch on CMS collections and items? I can. I love talking about CMS, Jay. What if you have any specific questions about CMS? I got you.
I think he means for the slider here. That'd be pretty interesting. I think we can look into that after. But for the CMS like slider part, I would either use FinSuite CMS slider or use something like Swipers.js, which is much more powerful. You also get way better animations and stuff. So I think we could touch on that right after I finish this part. What we want to do is on click of these drop downs, we're going to reveal all the content. So I got my drop down right here. I can just hide and show them. It'll happen on click too. We want to show different slides based on the drop downs that I click. So like slides 1, 2, and 3. Now, one thing that's cool about the slider component in Webflow, at least, is they give you this navigation bar down here. We're going to use these and use JavaScript to programmatically click these navigation icons based on the drop down that you click. And we can do it vice versa as well, where if you click something here, it'll open the drop down here. So actually, these can't be drop downs. These have to be like accordion elements. So they're faux drop downs. Let me recreate that real fast.
Oh, like fake drop down. So while he creates that, time for
Oh, you gonna recreate it real quick, Raw?
Yeah, he's gonna create it. Yeah.
Opportune time. While he does that, we're gonna take you back to a time where you can be yourself.
Soul Train. Frop down.
This is J Smooth, DJ J Smooth, and we got on the mic R Dropper.
So stupid.
No, I'm
While he's doing that, we got
I'm ASAP RR. ASAP RR.
Yeah. And we got on the building, on the screen, Rule L Chopper. Chopper Dropper. I actually forgot we're live, if I'm being honest with you guys. We're just hanging out now. I should be, you know what?
So the bet was 6 forum posts, right? We are at 2 people. We are at number 2. I think I might win. I think I might win number 3.
So right now I guess this is kind of a tutorial for accordion dropdowns as well. But what I'm doing here is I'm basically making the Webflow dropdown element. Although the limitation that element has is when you click outside of the dropdown list, it'll close the element. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to manually create the dropdown element with an interaction. That way it'll only open close when you click on the trigger. So this would be the dropdown toggle, and inside here would be the list with all the content that you need. So I set the height manually to 0 pixels currently. That's to hide the content, so it's 0 pixels with no overflow. I'm sure most people know how to do that. Then I'll just create an animation to hide and show, to change the height of this wrapper here based on the click of the drop-down toggle. So let me just adjust the height to auto. Oh. Okay, I'm not sure if setting height to auto. I might have to set it manually.
There you go. Yeah. Well, in animation,
for now I'll set height manually.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Gotcha. I know I know there's a solution for that.
No. If you set it on height auto on interactions, it won't show on interactions, but it'll show on play.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sure.
I could be wrong. No, like if you go live.
Let me try.
Well, I was wrong. It's okay. Just put
it.
I know I've done this before. I promise you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would find the Webflow tutorial on the accordion elements because I know they have one. That's the one that I'm copying off the dome right now. But they do have a tutorial for creating custom accordions, and I know there that they were setting height to auto.
Yeah.
So right now I'm setting this to 100 pixels. Should be fine.
Yeah.
And then I would set on the second click, I would close the element.
Off the zone. Close. So by the way, because we're trying to build this quickly, please don't judge our oh, wrong one. I think it had to be drop list rule on close, right? Yeah, drop
list.
No, on close it's not.
No, this one's oh yeah, you got me.
Yeah. But by the way, for those watching, you might be looking at the left and be like, that is some terrible best practices. Worst practices. We're trying to build off the fly. We're not going to name every div block, so I do apologize for that. Maybe next time, you know what I'm saying?
I think next time we will build some like pretty examples and then modify them.
Yeah.
But this is good enough for now. Okay. So the slide navigation here is pretty important. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this one an ID. I'll just literally call it slide nav. So the IDs that we have, I'll save these, would be slide nav, and I would need to be able to select every single dropdown element here. So I'm gonna get the parent element here. I'll call this wrapper. So forgetting my hotkeys. I'll call this wrapper so I know what's going on. Wrapper. And then each of these dropdown elements, just call these drop. So I'm going to give all these drop-down elements the same class. That way I can select them. So let me save these. So now the way I have it set up is when clicking on these drop-down, how did I do that?
Oh,
When
it's
clicking
not
on
on
these drop-down elements,
Yeah, keep the image on with 100%.
I have this very basic animation set up where clicking on the drop-down elements will hide and show them. And now clicking outside won't toggle them, only clicking on these will toggle them. It's pretty cool. So now the next step would be to change the slide associated to which drop-down element we have here. So what I'm going to be doing is I have Code Sandbox open. You can just write this in Sublime Text if you want, or in VS Code. Anything that lets you edit JavaScript, you could write it in Webflow too, but I don't recommend it because it's not very fun.
I recommend it, Vlad. If you're watching,
I think it's great, Vlad.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would get the parent element here, wrapper. I'll just call this drop-down wrapper. So I'll save the ID of this. So now I have all the IDs of everything I need. I've got the parent for the slide navigation, and I've got the parent for all of the drop-down elements. What I'm going to do is select all the drop-down elements and select all of the slide navigation elements and use code to correlate the clicks to each other. So when this is clicked, the number 1 is clicked. We'll go to the number 1 slide, and the same for each and every single one of these. So let's go ahead and get started. This is just normal JavaScript. You don't need Code Sandbox. I just opened it because I know most people coding for Webflow do use it. So I'm just going to go select the parent element here. That would be drop-down wrapper.
We'll get some custom code. I like it. Dale said, much respect. Building in front of a massive audience has to be intimidating. I don't know if I would say massive, Dale. But definitely
depends how
audience.
good the channel goes.
That's true. That's true. Definitely an audience. And you know what? I just look back and realize.
I don't
We said we're gonna post this link on the Webflow forum and have them watch it. What dude, they watch this like, what the heck am I watching?
Yeah, I don't know if we should post these because we're not very.
We will. We will.
Saying.
They can just fast forward it. They can just skip it. Sorry, go ahead, Ro.
Yeah. So what I'm doing here is I'm using document.query selector, which is just a method on the document that lets you select any element on the website. This isn't Webflow. This is just how you can select any HTML elements with JavaScript. So I'm selecting the
Ro, would you
element.
be able to show how you can put this in the Webflow code editor though?
Later. Yeah, I would just copy and paste this. Yeah, I'll show this later because right now it's not affecting anything. I'm going to write all the code first and then set it on the site. So yeah, we've got all the animations already working. I just need to associate the clicks between these two elements together. So I'm going to open the, what was this called again? Sorry.
The console.
This part's not the console. It's not important, but I'm going to open this part and find the slide nav element that I gave the ID to. And I'll find every child element here, which would be the slider dots. These are the elements that are listening for clicks that will change the slider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the class for each of these, which would be w-slider-dot. Webflow automatically assigns these. And I'll select all of those elements inside of the slide nav L, which is the parent. So I'll do slider dots. Instead of document, which is selecting all the HTML, I'm going to just do slide nav L. And then I'm going to query selector inside of slide nav L, which will make sure that I'm only looking for elements inside of this div right here. Or in Webflow, I'm only looking for elements inside of this link block, which would be the slide-nav. So I'm going to select every element with that class. I just have the dot because it's a class. And then I'm going to loop through each of these slider dots. So I'll do for const L of slider dots. I'm running a for loop on all these. Oh, there should be query selector all, so it gets all the elements. I'm going to go through each of these elements, and I'll add a click event listener that way I can click the corresponding drop down element. Yeah, that way I can click the corresponding drop down element. So I have to do this for the drop down elements as well. So const drop down else would be
And by the
basically
way,
this.
Yeah.
Except I would change the parent that I'm selecting from to drop parent L. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. By the way, the code, we're gonna add this to the Webflow forum as well. That way,
sure,
it's gonna be easy. Yeah.
That way they'll have something useful, right?
Yeah.
So this is class drop. I'll just select every element with class drop.
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to play some music? I'm just kidding.
No, should be
I'll
fine.
play it,
So I've got two loops here that are pretty much identical. This is because I'm looping through these three drop-down elements, and I'm also looping through these three slider navigation elements. So now what I need to do is I need to bind click event listeners to all these elements. So for each element, for each drop-in element, I'm going to add an event listener, and I'll listen for the click event. And then, well, this is just like a fancy way of writing function, which would be the arrow function. But if you come from coding with jQuery, this is identical to just writing function and then adding this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find, yeah, I do like the way the arrow functions look though.
Fancy.
So I'm going to be doing this equals greater than symbol because that's how I normally write functions or callback functions. But yeah, this is the callback function that will run every time this element is clicked. So when this element, the drop-down element is clicked, I'm going to have to click the slider dot element. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to find which element. Yeah, sorry, I forgot what I was supposed to do here. Yeah, so in drop-down elements, I'm going to find the index of, I believe. Yes, const index would be elements dot. Okay, let me think about this for a second.
All right. While he's thinking about that.
Yeah, you have to find which element you're at. Oh, okay. The way I would do this is actually I would use a traditional for loop. So instead of this fancy one where it's const L of drop-down Ls, I would just loop through it manually with the simple for loop. So you could just copy the code I'm doing, but most this is a very standard for loop. This is in basically every programming language. I would use this instead because I need the index of the current item that I'm at. So what I'm going to do now, inside this loop, I'll just copy paste the code because it's the same as this. It just gives me access to what number I'm at in the list. The index would be I here, so I don't need this. I just need to select the slider dot element. So I'm going to move this up here. It's very disorganized.
Beautiful.
You just writing this straight up, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
He's just writing it like,
he's just
an essay or something,
code, bro. He's just freestyling code.
He is.
I do want to make a comment that I've been thinking about this whole time when Dale said building in front of a massive audience. It's more like, I don't know about an audience, it's more like a group.
Yeah. So hopefully everyone
is great. I thought about that the whole time.
So hopefully everyone can sort of follow what's happening. I'm looping through all the drop-in elements, which is these three elements right here. And whenever one of these is clicked, I mean, Webflow is doing the same exact thing where it's listening for a click. This is basically what I'm doing. I'm adding an event listener, which is the element trigger for a mouse click. I'm doing that here where I'm adding an event listener for click to the drop-in element. And after click, I'm going to use the index of the current drop-down element. So say I click this element, the drop-down 2 element, it's going to give me an index of 1, which is basically 2. It's just the way arrays work in JavaScript. It starts at 0. So it's always going to be 1 less than what you think it is. So I'm going to get that element, and I'm just going to do click, which is pretty simple.
There you go, Dale. You're right. It's the idea of putting yourself out there, no matter who's watching. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Dale. And Greg Dolan said, "What a great idea for a series." Fire emoji.
Thanks, Greg. Fire emoji.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. Emoji.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Flushed. That's the flushed emoji.
The little one drop emoji.
The sweat smile.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, I also forgot to select element here. So when you do a traditional for loop and not the for const loop, you actually have to name the variable for this, like L right here. I don't have access to this right now. I have to create a variable for L and then select it in the dropdown L's array or HTML collection. I'm just going to add this right here, which I'm just making L equal to the current element in the loop. So I can reference it as L and not have to type this out every single time. So I have this set up now. I'm just going to copy and paste this inside the site already. Go before the ending body tag. And I'll just add this script. And when publishing this, it should work as intended.
Good vibes.
Sending good vibes. Here we go.
We're going to be using the slide nav here. Okay, I should
Here we go. Oh, dude, I don't know about you. This always makes me nervous, man.
Here we go.
What's up? But now that I have the click event listeners on these elements, oh, it's not working.
No! Oh, there it is.
Undefined reading click. Okay, so I guess we'll teach you guys how to debug too. But I'm opening up the console with F12 here, and can't read properly using undefined reading click. So it's not finding the element, is what I'm seeing. Slider dots.
Okay. So while he's like looking into that, the reason why you're gonna need this custom code here is because the original person asked if they could link a drop down, which is a totally different element, to a slider, which is another element, right? Now you may say, "Oh well, can't you do that with Webflow interactions?" Well, no, because a drop down interaction is limited to only just that drop down interaction. They have drop down interactions. They have slider interactions, but they're limited to only that. What he's doing is he's trying to connect two separate elements to talk to each other, to communicate with each other. Right, Ro?
Yes, basically.
All right, cool. Ro's like, no. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this current element, I'm a little confused about it. Let me try and log the elements because perhaps the element's not getting selected. I'm gonna console log the element and see if it's actually see if Webflow is finding it or the JavaScript.
Here it is. We got this.
Okay. Because that's just I actually have the next one. I could do it real quick.
So it's not.
This.
Got it.
Just let me know if you want me to.
I think this should be fine.
This is it. Let's pray, guys. Let's pray.
So
we did the wrong hand signal. It's
what is this? Me. Yeah, let me find the Webflow JS wrapper. I think it might be not.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think what might be happening is that the slider isn't generating the elements in time because Webflow generates a slider, I think, after the page loads. So what I'll do is I'll add this wrapper here.
Okay.
I mean, this is just a forum post, but this section right here basically fires code after Webflow loads all of its stuff, like sliders and stuff. So I'll add this. Yeah, I'm a little confused why this wouldn't be.
I think it's safe to say that we won't put the YouTube video on this particular forum post. We'll definitely probably put a custom code snippet.
I would make a written response to this.
Yes, a written response. We'll do written response, guys. written response.
I got you. Yeah,
solved?
because the slider dots aren't selected yet. Okay. Or it can't find the elements because they're not created yet, because Webflow dynamically creates them. So let's just
Okay.
do this.
Here it is. Here it is.
Here it is.
Come on, where are we
Here it
going?
is.
Come on, where are we going? Where are we going? Come on. Come on.
Oh, you made an unsolved one?
Okay, so now it's finding the elements.
Okay.
It's
Here we
logging the
go.
element here. So what I need to do is instead go slider dots here, and then just click it. If you select an element in JavaScript, there is this method called .click where you can just call it and it'll just click the element. It's pretty handy.
That's from JavaScript shotties.
For all y'all watching, we purposely give Ruel like the really hard ones because
Here it is. Here it is.
Well, I
really
just
good
wasn't
start.
prepared for this one, but I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine solving these ones. I just wasn't. I didn't prep enough.
Yeah. Dale
but
has got a cruise. Dale, thanks for watching.
It worked! It
got it?
worked! There
yeah,
it
this
is!
doesn't
That's
seem
it.
to be. Yeah, this isn't exactly okay. So what we
The
need to do now is close the other drop downs. I see.
Nice. There we go. Look at that. Drop down.
Okay, so it's going to each respective slide here. The functionality that this person wants though is that
It closes,
Sorry,
right?
James.
And you go next one.
yeah, so it would close the other drop downs when you click on a certain one.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would
Welcome,
just on click, I would just add another for loop.
You want to do it right now? Or you want to do it just like after with the written response?
Yeah, I'll just do it real quick. So for each L,
While you're doing that,
if L
Dale,
not equal
thanks for
to-
watching. Dale watched like from the very beginning. So
Dale, you are
says-
a number one fan right now.
yeah,
We're gonna go
he
ahead and-
said it's been informative. He said it's been entertaining. He says it's been real. I think what it is Ruel has been informative. James has been entertaining. I'm just kidding. And I've been real.
Nah, I've been real.
I've been real. I've been real. I've been a real waste of time. No, just kidding.
Oh shoot!
For everyone watching, we
I
just
did
like
the
to
wrong
make fun of
thing here.
ourselves. Okay, we don't actually believe that. All right. Cash pros. What is that? I know what
Cash
that means.
prize.
Cash prize. Cash prize.
Oh.
You gonna give
Yeah,
us a cash
I think
prize?
I'll make a written response to this one. Oop, shoot.
All right. Well, we're gonna put that as solved, everyone. Solved.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh, Kyle's out too.
Not yet.
Oh,
No, it's solved. We'll put it as solved. We'll put that as solved. Solved.
I'll have to write a written response for that because I do want to help the person.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, it's not solved yet. Let me figure that one out.
Ooh, Dale said cash prize. Are you saying that like we'll give out a cash prize or you'll give us a cash prize? Because I'm down for the second option. Kyle said he's had a blast. Y'all are too funny. Thanks, Kyle. I should we end it here? Because I have one more.
Yes, one
But-
more. One more.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
one more.
It was
Is
supposed to
it
be
an
an
easy
hour.
one? Is it an
It is
easy
an
one?
easy one. It's a pretty easy one.
Easy one? Yeah, go ahead. Do it. That's it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
are we done with this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go write a written response.
Yeah.
All
I can
right.
probably attach it in the comments
You
of
should
this
make
video.
yeah, there you go. Solved-ish. Solved-ish. Okay,
Okay.
I got one. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
We'll do one
go ahead.
more, and then we are done for the day, guys. I think this is pretty cool so far. Do you guys have fun with
I've
this?
had a great time.
Solved-ish. Or hey, James, switch it. It's solved.
Show.
It is solved. It is solved. Okay.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right, here we go. Y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we've got interaction working on some elements with the same class, but not all of the elements with the same class.
Mm-mm.
Okay, just to be clear, this person, Bimrao_M,
Mhm.
is talking about this particular tab right here, where it says our work in focus. Notice that what happened? Should I? Because okay, the hover. It's supposed to be a hover interaction. As you can see here, what they said was that when you hover, then it would show the name, which is Three Kings or the name of the project. Okay, so right there. Oh, why do I click it? All right, so let's look at how to solve this. So first off, we got to go ahead and make the interaction. Okay, So let's do that. Uh, there you go. Just not gonna have it open there. Okay, so let's look at this particular one right here. Interaction is not working right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start a new interaction, but I'm going to go ahead and point out the error that this person had on why it was working on one class but not working on one. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete this interaction, and we'll do a mouse hover. And what we'll do is we'll go start an animation. I'll create a new one. This is going to be project card, and then we'll do hover in. I like to make the actual animation. I like to name the element like regular caps and the animation part all caps, just to be more organized here. Project card hover in, and then we're going to go ahead and select the element that we want to show up once it's hovered. We're going to go and put here opacity. Initial state's going to be 0, and then duplicate it. And then initial state, and then the next state is going to be 100. We'll do duration of 0.5. That's totally fine. But let me tell you the why. Actually, let me do this first, and let me show you that it won't work on the other tabs and why that is. Okay. So now that we have this animation, let me go ahead and create a quick hover out animation. We'll do start animation. We'll go ahead and duplicate this. Nope, not that. Duplicate it. Boom. Then the hover out. So we're going to rename it. Hover out. And all we have to do is delete this, make this not initial state back to 0. Okay, and then now notice there's our hover. It's a little too slow, 0.5 because I didn't change the time at all. We could make it 0.3, 0.2, 0.2 probably the more ideal one. Okay, let me just do it because it's bothering me. So 0.2. All right, boom, 0.2. But I'm going to show you that it's not going to be working on the other tabs and then explain why that is. Bimrao M. So we got it working here, right? But if you go to another tab, it's not going to be working. Okay. Now we can go ahead and set the interaction, but we'll see if it works. I am going to guess that it's probably still not going to work. Okay. Actually, no, it will work now. Yeah, that's it. For some reason, I thought you have to put all elements, affecting all elements with this class, but I don't think so anymore if you set it here. So boom, boom, boom. Okay, it doesn't. That's totally fine. So what we're going to do here is if it's not showing, you want to go in and go to that interaction. And the reason why it wasn't showing is because it is only affecting only children with this class. Only children with this class. What we actually want is we want all elements with this class to be affected, not just only children. And same thing here as well. Okay? All elements with this class. So that's what we want. That's what we want.
No.
Oh, no. Wait,
Isn't it?
no.
No.
You don't
Isn't
want
it
that.
supposed to be the trigger? Because the element is on that. You're hovering the trigger.
Oh, wait. No, oh, that's why. The interaction is in the wrong one. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So put it.
No. Only
Right,
children
you
with
would
this
keep
class.
it on children and keep it on. I think it should stay as children, but on work
Yes.
link.
Yes. I was just testing you, James. You passed. So actually, I put the interaction in the wrong item. So we actually don't need to do all elements with this class. All we have to make sure is we put the interaction on the right one on
Yeah.
each tab is what I'm saying. And
I think you could actually
Hover.
try this out. Why don't you try this out, RR? If you can, so that's working. Yeah. Can you do just put all class so that it affects all tab? Let's try that.
no, but the thing is, what happens is then every single name is gonna pop up.
Even if it's a CMS? Are you sure? Try it out.
Yes. Well, actually, no. I think
No,
why?
go down. Go down on the right on the class instead of just element.
Okay.
Go to interaction on the right. Go all the way down. All the way down. Click class instead of element on the bottom. All the way down. Click class on work item. See if that works
But
on all tabs.
Yes, but I will show you. It's gonna be okay. Oh, see, I told you.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go. So actually, you don't need to. So let's make sure we do that. Let's go delete over here the interaction here. All right, delete that interaction.
No, it's
And
not that
then
one. It's on that one. Yeah.
this interaction, we have it on all on class. And then boom, got it working there. Here. There we go.
Yeah.
There you
So
go,
I think,
Bimrao M.
where did they have it originally? The interaction.
They had it originally in this one, but it wasn't like I think they wanted it where they just said it one time and not have to set it on everything else.
Oh, then all they had to do was actually go to class in the bottom on interactions, in the bottom right. So
Yeah, that's what I said.
So. Oh yes.
Oh, okay. Well, 3. We got 3, y'all.
No, that was 4.
Okay, well, the Dales count? I don't know.
That was 4.
Okay. All right.
Were you trying to sneak in a third? Because I was trying to sneak that last one for 4th.
Okay, everyone.
Okay.
All right, everyone.
It's up for debate. Thank you guys so much for watching Forum Unsolved. Hope you guys had a good time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let us know if you want us to continue this. And so far, it's been pretty fun. And
I think we need more prep.
We do need more prep, but you know what?
Yeah, I might need to create some like I think we should build out some of the examples first and then go through them. That way it looks a little nicer.
Let us know in the comments below.
We'll be more ready next week. And hey, if no one likes it, we had fun. So
yeah. And you know what? I'll tell y'all this. For those that did watch, or if you're watching this in YouTube, I do want to ask you, were there 4 things solved or 3? Because that will determine on who wins the coffee, whether it's RR or me.
All right, y'all.
Or me. Thank you guys.
Bye, guys.
Until the next one, have fun, guys.